Hello, welcome to my author platform. My name is EJ Sean and I'm a writer experimenting with AI at a couple different levels. This platform originated around my romance novel, which I was working on for about a year before I got ChatGPT-4. I'm also building a portfolio of AI content from novels to music and movie production in hopes to one day do full movies. I have all the links posted below to my project as well as my platform for anyone who's interested. For this video, I'm starting a monthly series of the highlights I've had with ChatGPT-4. Like I said, I was working on my romance for about a year when I got my hands on AI, so I pivoted from the role of a writer to more of a scientist, and I gave AI my entire story in a matter of a couple days. And of course, I overshot the context window, but not before it did some incredible things. I do want to go over a couple of the details about my current project since all of the highlights revolve around it. The novel is called A Summer with Aaliyah. The female lead is a famous Hollywood actress who's going through a career rough patch, while the male lead is a big fan of hers who is otherwise a nobody. He gets her attention and keeps her attention by rapping for her. Essentially, the premise is, can she handle the criticism of dating a fan, and can he handle the attention of dating a celebrity? Okay, for the first highlight, I caught it reusing or recycling my sentence structures. About most of the way through, before I reached that context limit, I used a long-winded although sentence. How you have although, blah, 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 and then comma, blah, 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 whatever. And immediately in response, it used the same style of sentence, same length, same cadence, just different information. I asked about it, and it said that it thought it conveyed the information well. First, I thought that was pretty strange, but then I guess that makes a lot of sense, that it would learn your voice as you're using it. Later, we went back and forth with a prepositional phrase through the story. For people with experience with ChatGPT-4, it likes to summarize, so it did through the story, I did through the story, then it did through the story again, and for fun, I did it in one more post. In its response, it used it twice, and I thought that was pretty funny, but then of course I stopped because I didn't want it developing that bad habit. But otherwise, it kind of goes to show that it's doing more than just responding to what you're saying. It's also noticing the way you're saying it and imitating or perhaps replicating, which I thought was pretty wild. And it actually showed up again in the fourth highlight. For my second highlight, it played with my symbolism. So for my male lead, his symbol is chairs, represents his fandom, because of course he's seated for most of it. And for my female lead, it's axes, which represents the hard work. It suggested for my male lead that he stand up to show growth, which I was really impressed by. I looked back at an earlier draft and noticed that my male lead was pretty much doing that anyway. And for my female lead, it was more of a suggestion to combine the symbols. Now this, if I thought about it, what do you get when you combine an axe and a chair, right? And at the same time, I thought, well, that's actually kind of what happens if you take a step back, that the axe chops the chair. So it was really quite intuitive for a machine. So I was really impressed. That one was, I don't think I'd ever thought to combine my symbolism. For the third highlight, it reapplied my theme. So one of the themes in my story is communication. My male and female lead, they talk all the time. It's how I deal with the contrast in their backgrounds. All lines of communication are open. By this time, I'd already put in a few chapters in the chapter by chapter breakdown, and ChatGPT-4 noticed that my female lead and her manager talk a lot as well and brought it up in its feedback. And I thought that was pretty impressive for it to notice a different line where the theme plays out. For my fourth and final highlight, it passed my test, so to speak. In my story, Aaliyah is the only character with a first and a last name. Her name is Aaliyah Gavins. And I only refer to her as Aaliyah Gavins when I'm referring to the actress Aaliyah Gavins, and it's only ever through the male lead's POV. Before I reached the context limit, one of its feedback or responses, it used it exactly how I would have. It positioned it from Kelvin's POV and then ended its response with Aaliyah Gavins. And I kind of asked about it, like, that's incredible. Like, how did you, or why did you say that there then? And it said it recognized that only every time that I referred to her from her actress self, it was Aaliyah Gavins, and otherwise her character is Aaliyah. And that's something that I never prompted it, I never told it. It's the same kind of rule I went into writing the story when I was doing the prompting. And this was just more information to me that it is learning my voice the longer I use it. And it fed that paragraph back to me very similar to my voice, which was pretty eerie and really quite incredible. I can't, I'm not even certain all the readers are going to get that. I'm not even sure if I'm putting it in the book well enough. But in the prompting, it still picked it up, which just blew me away. I'm not going to lie. That was the eeriest response I had with it. And of course, it did come just before the context window. So if I had any critique about it, is that, oh my gosh, I cannot wait till I can have more words with this thing, because it is only going to get better. I cannot wait. It is absolutely incredible. I think that does it for the first month of highlights. There are some smaller things here and there, but I'm seeing a lot of posts where other people are noticing those things as well, so I left them off. I have lost a few highlights because I'm a bit late filming this, but I'll try to get to my second one as soon as I can. I appreciate everybody for sitting through it and watching. Again, all of my links are posted below to both my platform and project. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I'm hoping to continue to grow in both, well, the story and music. I think that's my next avenue, is I'm going to be including music with rap being in the book. I'm hoping to make a song that goes with the book, because one of the people in my female lead circle is an actual rapper. So I think I might make her a song. Thanks for watching.